Thank you so much for reaching out to the GiGi or Homegirl group with Picket Home Advisors, business partners, and power real estate couple, Steve and Gigi Urbanski. We are so excited to help you find home in today's market and successfully navigate the process. We're going to cover finances, our home search, offers and negotiations, the inspection period, the financing period, and preparing for closing day. There's two things to consider when looking at the home buying process. The first is, will we be utilizing cash or financing with a local mortgage broker? If we're utilizing cash, we'll want to prepare a proof of funds document to provide if and when the time comes for us to submit an offer on the home of your choosings. You can acquire a proof of funds from your financial advisor or your bank, most times even with an online request. If you're utilizing financing, a mortgage, you'll want to make sure that we have a current pre-approval in place with a 30 to 60 day time period. If you don't have a lender, we have three recommended lenders for you to work with, along with some frequently asked questions you may want to go through to find the right lender. We've also provided you with a couple lender worksheets to allow you to compare and contrast which would be the best fit for you. We've also asked you to put together a home search criteria. Once you've got your finances in order, the fun of looking for the perfect home with us will begin. I'll set up an automatic search on our MLS service, which is a database that we use to search for homes that meet your criteria. The moment a home that fits your search is listed for sale, it will be sent to you in your email, and you'll need to let me know if you'd like to go and take a look. We recommend touring 3 to 4 properties on each property tour. On the left-hand side are your must-haves. These are your non-negotiables. On the right-hand side are your would-be nice-to-have, but not necessarily a deal breaker. Please take some time to write this down. You can print this off. You can email it to me. You can text it or put it in the notepad of your phone. When we're looking at homes, we're going to provide you with this document where you can track the address we looked at, what you liked about it, what maybe you didn't like, give it an overall rating. At the end of our property tour, you'll be able to compare all the homes and decide if there's a home that's worthy of us partnering together to write an offer. Now let's talk offer and negotiations. In order to write an offer, we must have a pre-qualification letter from a local lender or proof of funds from your financial institution. I'll help you determine a property's fair market value, which will help us determine an offer price. An escrow deposit, which is also known as a binder, is usually 1 to 2% of the purchase price, given within the first 3 days of the offer being accepted, and that amount of money is held as in-kind money, meaning good faith. If for any reason during the 10-day inspection period we decide not to move forward with the house, the binder is fully refundable back to you. When we move forward to closing with the home, that amount that you put as an escrow or a binder will come off the amount that you will have due at closing. The financing amount is what percentage of the loan you will be borrowing, meaning a mortgage. Typically 30 to 45 days from the date of acceptance of an offer, we will get a clear to close and closing date, and then the keys are handed from the seller to the buyer. An inspection period is typically 10 days, and this is when we have an opportunity to conduct home inspections, termite inspections, property, septic, water test, and make sure that this is the home that's a perfect fit. Sometimes we get into multiple offer situations, and when we do, I will hold your hand and help you navigate that process. There's many different things we can do to make our offer the obvious choice in a multiple offer situation. I'll go through some of my top tips for handling a multiple offer situation. And once we're under contract, you're going to hear from Becky, our transaction coordinator, who will help us smoothly sail from contract to closing. She will be your point of contact. She will make sure that we have an update on all the important dates and deadlines. She will be collecting information, documents, and signatures from you and walking us through the entire process. During the inspection period, we're going to get that scheduled immediately because we want to negotiate any repairs or concessions before the inspection period ends. Once we request those items or repairs, the sellers have 7 days in which to respond, either accepting our request, countering our request, or declining it and terminating contract. You will have the right to hire professionals to inspect the condition of the home. A professional is not a non-licensed individual, such as a family member or friend. We only will be partnering with licensed certified contractors. For the inspections, you may have a 4-point inspection, which focuses on the 4 main functioning systems: the roof, the foundation, electrical, plumbing, and the HVAC. A WDO is also known as a wood destroying organisms inspection. And on some homes, we have a lead-based paint inspection. We have listed a few inspectors we commonly work with, but please feel free to choose the inspector that feels right for you. During the financing period, once we've gotten through the inspections, the lender will require an appraisal. An appraisal is separate from an offer. It's separate from negotiations. The appraisal is an estimate of the home's value by a licensed professional appraiser. It is often required when obtaining a mortgage and will be needed for your homeowner's insurance. The goal of the appraisal is to verify the value of the property, to protect you from overpaying, and the property may be contingent upon whether the appraisal comes in above or below the purchase price. If an appraisal comes back short, we will be back to the negotiating table and we will help you navigate that process. Below are some of the home insurance providers we've worked with. You're welcome to choose one of these 3 or select a homeowner's insurance broker of your choice. As we prepare to close, the seller will be getting a survey unless the copy of their survey comes back clean and usable. The title company will order that, and typically that's paid for by a seller. A survey is just a sketch map of the property, identifying the lines and boundaries to ensure there are no encroachments on the property. Title will conduct a title search to ensure the property is legitimate and to make sure there's no existing mortgage liens, judgments, restrictions, easements, leases, unpaid taxes that would impact your ownership associated with the property. This is conducted by title. Clear to close is when the mortgage broker underwriter gives us those magic words. They've officially approved all documentation required to fund the loan and are ready to move forward with closing and balancing out with the title company. Balancing with the title company typically takes 72 hours. It's not a continuous time, but it is the amount of time they need to properly balance and prepare an ALTA statement, which is also known as the buyer or seller's pre-closing statement. A smooth closing checklist will be sent to you to make sure we're prepared and ready to go to the closing table. We'll also be providing you with a post-closing checklist to ensure that we have everything we needed to make sure that your move-in is a huge success. A little bit about the GiGi Your Homegirl group. My husband Steve and I are business partners, and it's our mission to provide an experience that is so positive that you feel the trust, comfort, and confidence in securing a real estate agent for life. We believe that working hard at something you love to do with people that you trust is one of the greatest experiences. We will provide you professional, loyal, and dedicated service, and the best interest of our clients will always come first. Some reasons why people have told us they work with us is because of our ability to not only work in real estate, but build a relationship in a results-based business. We have a flexible commission structure. We don't require handcuffs. We average list to sold 98.47%. And we sell about 99.1% of the homes we list on the market, making us the obvious choice for both buyers and sellers in the current market. We hope that we will provide you with the utmost service and that you have learned a little bit about us and what the future would look like if you choose us to represent you throughout the process. You can always check out our reviews at rategigi.com, and we'll provide you with a copy of our most recent reviews. As you can see, we work with military relocation, sellers, buyers, you name it. Thank you for trusting us with the consideration of the purchase of your property. We're honored to represent and guide you through this process. Our goal is to ensure you're comfortable every step of the way. Don't hesitate to call, text, or email with any questions or concerns. And because we believe in a high-value experience, we do operate between the hours of 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday by appointment only. We believe in the time frames of boundaries to reset and refuel so that we can function at our absolute best for our number one clients, like you.